Hi guys, welcome back to the front room. And today we are flipping the script, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be playing one of my songs. Kai's gonna give his thoughts on it. I'm gonna throw out a name for you, Kai.
All right.
John Anderson,
No, I don't think so.
Bill Bruford,
Bill Bruford, I've heard of the name.
Chris Squire.
No.
These are all the members.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And the guitarist, Steve Howe.
Steve Howe, I've heard of.
Okay. Any idea who the band is?
No, I have zero. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. Sorry, say the first name again.
John Anderson.
John Anderson. Is this a band you like?
Yes.
I have no idea.
I'm not going to play a band I don't like.
No, well, I thought maybe you don't know if you like them.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I thought you might be showing me a song that you aren't familiar. Okay.
Oh, like a song, and I don't really know much
No,
about the band.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's true. No, it's a
okay.
band I like.
Well,
Yeah.
Reveal it.
The band is Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to guess that.
Okay.
At all.
And the song is Fragile.
Okay.
Now, I think you have heard it before.
Yeah.
Have you?
I know the name.
Yeah.
The only two names for Yes songs I know are Fragile and Roundabout.
Oh, gosh. I'm I'm so off on that.
What?
No. I got to back up here, man. The song is Roundabout.
The song's Roundabout.
The album is Fragile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a hot day. I was out cutting the grass, and
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I do know Roundabout. The beginning of the song especially.
yeah.
I know how it opens.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a long song from what I've heard.
It's a pretty long song for those days.
So
Yeah.
I have not heard past it.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great, absolutely. To me, it's just a phenomenal song.
Nor have I listened to it sitting down and really just
Right,
taking it in.
right.
And I know
That's
I
great.
haven't heard it past maybe the first little.
Right.
So there's
Well,
that.
I'd love to go into some bit of the history of prog rock, but maybe at the end of this video, just a little bit, I'll go into it.
Yeah.
But it came out in 71, beautifully engineered, beautifully recorded. And it was the album, Fragile was the album that really made them into a household name for people who were into music. I think the album reached number 4 in the US. And up until their previous album reached number 40,
And what album was that?
Fragile.
The previous album.
Oh yeah, the previous album was the Yes album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is it them sort of like lounging and it looks like it's through a film photo? It's not a film photo, but it's looking through.
That's they're on the
Sitting?
cover. I think they're standing.
Oh, standing.
Yeah, and it's a photograph that's been altered somehow. The cover of well, we should actually get it up now.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna stop the tape for a moment, and Kai will pull it up on his
No, I got it right now.
computer. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen that cover.
Yeah. Really cool cover. The first cover by the artist Roger Dean, who then went on and did a number of Yes covers. Yeah, really cool. All of his covers are these sort of fantasy worlds, sort of set on distant planets. Really, really cool sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, so I can,
Yeah.
I guess I can expect to be taken somewhere. then.
Yeah, the music, the covers are very, very much in line with the sound of the music.
Okay.
Yeah, really cool.
Mm.
So this is a great song. Played a lot on FM radio, and this song basically made their name and set them off on a very successful career.
All right.
So I'm gonna say the lyrics. Yes, lyrics. You don't really need lyrics to listen to Yes, because the
Okay.
lyrics really don't mean much. It's all about the music.
Okay.
I'm sure there are some potheads out there who are going to say, "You're wrong, man. The lyrics are so deep." I don't find them deep. Like I said, it's the music and how they construct the music,
Right. Okay.
and it doesn't follow your typical structure. That's what a lot of prog rock groups do. They really, you know,
Are inventive and stuff, right?
really, really inventive. They get away from that blues, country, sort of based rock of groups like the Stones or Led Zeppelin or Deep Purple, Leonard Skinner, Creedence Clearwater. Totally different vibe. I think you're going to enjoy this.
All right.
So just sit back, chill, and listen to Roundabout.
I'm excited. I love the tone of that guitar.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And then this piano, I think, that comes in and is cut.
Yeah.
And you know something's coming.
Right.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out. I spend the day away. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley.
Everything works to perfection. Keyboards, guitar.
I love that arpeggiated electric piano there.
The music dance and sing. They make the chill.
And just listen to that bass, man.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say, is that a bass?
It's a bass, man. Chris Squire on bass. One of the best ever.
This reminds me of some Stones right here. The guitar.
I love that synth. Or
It does feel like I'm on a roundabout
does it?
or a roller coaster. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, right.
Oh.
I will remember you. Your silhouette will charge the view of distant atmosphere. Cold at morning, driving through the sound and even in the valley. In and around the lake, mountains come out of the sky. They stand there.
I love how it transitions to this more traditional rock
Yeah,
guitar riff.
a little bit of funk almost, right?
Yeah.
It's got classical and other overtones to it for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that bass, man.
It's insane.
Be there with you.
This part I like to crank full blast when I'm listening to it.
Oh, nice drum fill.
Bill Bruford is my all-time favorite drummer.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He's pretty dramatic. drumming?
I know. Insane.
Oh. The keys make me feel like I'm in a really dark room or
I feel like a cavern.
outside cavern
Cave.
looking at some water.
Yeah.
You know, has ripples or something.
Yeah, yeah.
In and around the lake, mountains come out of the sky. They stand there. 24 before my love, I'll be there.
You ready?
Organ?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rick Wakeman.
I love that snare. It's so tinny.
Steve Hallid's guitar is going to come in.
Oh.
It's that bass man.
Guitar is epic.
Yeah.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out. You spend the day.
It's like a double layered bass now, I think.
Call it morning, riding through the sun and in and out the valley. In and around the lake, mountains come out of the sky. They stand there. One mile over, we'll be there. We'll see you. 22 summers, we'll be there. Loving too. 24 before my love, you'll see. I'll be there with you.
Woo!
Holy shit.
What did you think, dude?
That was insane.
Is it?
That came out in 71?
71.
Wow.
You know, I don't know if
Wow.
that was not a remix. What do you call it? Remix? Not a remix.
Remastered?
Remastered later on. But when you listen to the actual album on vinyl, I mean, the quality of the production's just mind blowing.
Well, yeah, it's the production really brings it to life, but what is actually there
Yeah.
in it of itself, in terms of the way that they combine everything. I don't know how they fit that many, I'm not even going to begin to name the styles of music,
Yeah.
but it just seems like a really unique merging
Yeah. Did it work for
culmination
you?
of a bunch of styles. It worked because it was just so entertaining.
The reason I asked, yeah.
Right,
Oh, the reason I asked, did it work for you? Because they have all these. You see what I'm saying about how it doesn't follow along your typical music structure, right? And that's why. Well, back in the day, me and my friends called this classical rock. We didn't even use the term prog rock. we thought of it as classical music because it has all these like movements almost within the song,
Yeah.
and often extended songs.
Yeah.
So I think some people have criticized this music because they feel it has these different segments which are strung together. So making it sound kind of disjointed.
But the thing with this, I've heard some
Yeah.
other prog rock that sounds a little bit that might be considered, at least to me, a little bit disjointed.
Yeah.
But with this song, it started off with such a distinct sort of sound and opened up with that explosive, bit at the very beginning there, and sort of laid the framework for the rest of the track.
I agree.
And it sort of introduced a certain motive
Yeah.
that it kept referring back to, but just played off of.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they change the instruments, they're still playing off of that very foundational motive.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. It works for me perfectly.
Yeah, for me too. I was sort of scared to say, "Oh, is that bass?"
Oh,
Because I thought surely that no one could ever play the bass with that sort of, proficiency.
and vigor, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
It is.
And
it is.
I'm honestly not a massive guitar solo guy.
I know
right?
you aren't.
Just because it's really cool. And Jimmy, we have a poster just down there, but like I like Jimmy's guitar solos because they just have, it's like an extension of him, right? It just feels so
Right.
natural.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like guitar solos are a little bit of just braggadocious. What sounds can I make? But this, it doesn't feel as isolated as a guitar solo in that sense, but they still display an absolutely incredible amount of musicianship with it. And it feels like, even though that there's so many different types of sounds and so many different sections, they're all on the same page,
Yeah, I am so happy to hear you say this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you've nailed it on the head, man. You have. Yeah. Yeah, Steve Howe's guitar, it's there. Well, I can't say it any better than you did. Yeah, it's there. It's weaved into the music, and yet he has moments where he shows his flash. But it's all part of the song, and yeah.
Well, I think right from
great guitar player.
from the get-go, what you said about that cut piano there,
Mm-hmm.
which introduced that really just gorgeous guitar.
Yeah.
That just sort of set the tone for the track, and it felt like, I think it might have even been a reversed piano sound.
It could have
because
been.
it opened up. It went.
Yeah, you're right.
Vroom,
It did. Yeah.
And it just seemed really cinematic, like I was entering a place that they were trying to create. And I guess that's the roundabout. And it sure felt like a roundabout. Not a roundabout that I've experienced necessarily, but sort of similar to the feeling that I get when I was younger at an amusement park. Just such a bustling action. Right?
That's quite something that you noticed that, because I'm going to tell you the background to this song.
Oh, okay.
They were so before the album came out, before they put this song together, like I said, they weren't. They were making some inroads musically, but they didn't have a lot of money, and they used to drive around in a van. That's how they get from concert to concert in the UK. They're from the UK, and after one concert, I think, or they'd been on the road for a while, perhaps they were on their way home. I don't know if that was to London. I don't actually know where they're from in the UK. But they went on the high in the UK. There are a lot of roundabouts. Traffic circles, and they kept going around these traffic circles over and over in one particular city in England on their way back home, and that gave John Anderson the idea of writing a song about roundabouts. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Which kind of ties in with your idea of the amusement park, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
for some reason, actually, I didn't even consider a roundabout as a roundabout on the road. I just imagined that as like a ride.
yeah, I know,
Right,
I know,
yeah.
I know.
Okay.
But I think for them going around these roundabouts, it was almost like a ride,
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Tell me, have you ever heard a rock band that was so tight as these guys?
No.
You know?
No, I mean, I've heard King
Man.
Crimson
Yeah.
and they're pretty tight, but
just really
not the
tight.
same way. King Crimson is a little bit more just massive sounding. Not more explosive, because these guys are explosive for sure, but
Can
just
be, yeah.
King Crimson seems more of like a I don't know,
Another great prog rock group,
but
King Crimson.
yeah, but just
Quite different.
but just different.
Yeah,
So
quite different.
I'm glad I heard this, because
Yeah.
it's definitely a different side of prog rock that I have not ventured into
Yeah.
whatsoever.
A lot of Yes's music isn't like this. This is
Okay.
the most commercially accessible of their early-ish songs. Some of their songs, well, like the album Close to the Edge, right? The song Close to the Edge is a whole album side. So it's more, it's not as, driving as this is.
Yeah. Well, it really helps with that. Oh, and I was gonna say, as much as I was mesmerized about the melodies that were intertwining the background between all the instruments, I do like the lead singer's voice. It works for the song.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't think it was amazing, but it worked
Yeah.
for the song. But I think that he managed to sort of carve out a vocal melody that really just helps make it more accessible than it might have been without
Yeah.
a lead vocalist creating that melody.
Yeah.
Because I have that main melody in my head.
Yeah.
And I also really liked how during that part, which was a bit more like traditional rocky with the
Yeah. Dun, dun,
you know.
dun, 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 like
yeah.
this.
And then it sort of ascended like or no, but then it starts on the decline.
Right.
You know, I think this song's interesting because they were able to fit so many notes in, but every single note, the melody was comprised of just steps, not leaps. Leaps are like big differences within a note. So if you play a note like dun dun, that's a leap. But then it sounded like the song was just like dun 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 dun. And I felt like that was just made it sound really complex as well.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, neat. Yeah. I'm really glad you like this.
Oh, I loved it.
I was going to kick you out of the house if you didn't, Yeah, Steve Howe is a great guitar player and so different from those blues-based guitar players. Guys like Page and, well, there's a whole bunch of them, right? Robin Trower and I could go on and on, but very distinct, really crisp-sounding guitar playing. I love his guitar, man.
Yeah. Really, really amazing.
And then Bill Bruford, the percussionist, just out of this world. So creative, so different.
Sounds like a machine.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't sacrifice any sort of human element either.
No, he's just fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, great. Awesome. Glad you liked it. Maybe we should...
Oh, I'd love to check out some more stuff. Maybe we can just have a... Well, you said Close by the Edge is a
Close to the
really
Edge.
long
It's a great song. Great song. One whole side.
Yeah, well, maybe we can just sit down and just take it all in one time.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
thought.
Well, thanks for showing me. I'm glad I finally listened to it. It's always something that sort of... it seemed like getting into Yes or any sort of prog rock group that was as technical as they were was sort of a daunting thing for me. It's like, how do I get into this? But I think Roundabout was possibly the best entry point.
This was a good intro.
Just because it's an earworm somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this was a good intro. I choose my songs wisely. Try to anyway.
Yeah, you try.
Awesome, great.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. I hope you liked that. Maybe it wasn't the sort of music you necessarily listen to, but great stuff. I hope you agree, and we'll see you again real soon.
Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.